it's just so intense, isn't it?
Yeah.
And overwhelming, and trying to juggle homeschooling with working from home is yeah. Just I am finding it really hard. It's
Have you got a new appreciation for teachers?
I've got a new appreciation for teachers and grandparents.
Yeah.
So we ordinarily rely quite heavily on grandparents for childcare, and obviously haven't seen them for a couple of months now. And every time there's an announcement about what's opening and what you're allowed to do, I'm like, when are grandparents opening?
Yeah, but you can go and play golf now.
Yeah, apparently, yeah, we can go and play golf. Or I said to my dad, I can choose a favourite grandparent, so my dad or my stepmum, or my mother-in-law or my father-in-law, and go and wave at them from 2 meters in the park. But yeah, it's just a lot, isn't it? It's a lot it's a lot of an adjustment to just all of us all under one roof.
I don't know about you. I think everyone, like I had the week off, which would have been the kids' half term, and so you make sort of plans for that. And actually, I found it quite a hard week. I was like, well, nothing's really changed because I was sort of working partly from home, and then I just thought, this is mad. Nothing's ordinary. And then you kind of think, am I working? Am I being a dad at home? And then you're just in a bit of a muddle.
I think that's the thing. When you're trying to work from home, you end up doing this almost like a hybrid role where you're not doing anything particularly well. Okay. You can go watch telly if you want. Yeah, where you're not doing... so you're trying to work, but you're trying to homeschool, but you're also trying to look after the kids. So obviously our youngest is 2, so he's not homeschooling. He's basically just interfering with the other 2 when they do homeschooling. And it's that hybrid role of trying to have all these different hats on and not really do any of them that well. That's how it feels sometimes, that they're getting frustrated because they're asking me things, but I'm also on my phone trying to do work, and they're firing questions at me homeschool wise from different years. And my eldest is in year 3. I don't even understand some of the questions.
Oh, that's why I've got my phone in my hand, because I'm looking up how to multiple addition.
Mum is right. Earlier on today, Will forgot my question sheet and just scrunched it up.
I printed off a worksheet, and the youngest just attacked it, ripped it up. Somebody was crying.
You?
Not me today. Yeah.
Okay. I've really enjoyed being home a lot more and seeing and spending a lot more time with the kids. I am officially the world's worst homeschool. I've got my poor daughter trying to read.
No patience either. I start off with really good intentions, and actually it's usually on a Monday I wake up and I'm like, I need to remember that Jude's only 5 and he's not going to get things straight away, and I'm just going to be really patient with him. And half an hour later, I'm like, I have to go and like hide in the downstairs toilet and just have a moment to be like...
Yeah. Have you had to cut the kids' hair yet? That's what my wife wants. That was one question she wanted to ask. She did Arthur's yesterday afternoon, and I said she did an amazing job, and I said just take a bit more off, and she gave me a bit of a roasting for that because it looks a bit messy this morning.
Jude, come here a second. Come here. Henry, come here. I bet you can't guess which child has had a quarantine haircut.
Oh, okay, crikey.
So we borrowed some clippers, but we only had the little guard thing for a grade 1.5.
Wow.
So we said, okay, sorry, Jude and Henry, we can't give you a haircut because we need to do like a 4 or a 5 or something. And he still wanted it done. He was like, just shave it all off. I'm like, are you sure? And I said, well, there's never going to be a better time, is there? Really? So we went for it, and he likes it. I'm not quite so sure, but you weren't keen, were you?
No.
Henry didn't want to follow suit. So
I'm with you, Henry. That is very short.
And one just looks a little bit.
Look at that. Do you like it?
You love it, don't you?
I can't feel it.
You can't feel it.
That's because you're practically bald.
But yeah, so that's as far as and I'm blaming my husband for that. I had no part in it. They don't care, do they, kids? He's not self-conscious in the slightest. So that's quite funny. But
my wife's cut my hair twice since lockdown, and each time she gets more and more nervous, and she says I can't talk to her while I'm doing it because she doesn't want people seeing me on the news and then
thing. Yeah, you can't
messaging
really hide, can you?
No, I had someone once, or a few people email once, because I wear an earpiece. I've worn glasses on a late shift, and it pushes my glasses a bit wonky. That's the only thing people comment on is why are you wearing wonky glasses. So she was worried about cutting my hair, but bless her, she has done it a couple of times. So what's on the agenda for the rest of the day then?
Have you finished all your work?
We've finished all our work, so probably
we'll probably go for a little walk, I think. It's nice weather.
Maybe.
I've got to do some tidying up because the house looks like a bomb.
I think we should do. We've done our work, so then I think maybe after school we should get ready and go for a walk around the block.
Around the block, yeah.
And then we can have some lunch. At 2 o'clock we can play our video game.
Yeah, then they can play on their consoles later. I mean, I'll be honest. Again, I started off with this idea of, we're going to have quite clear boundaries about I mean, we don't have a limit on screen time at the best of times. But I was like, if we're going to have months stretching out ahead of us, we're going to have to enforce some limits on what they play and what they watch. And it's a survival thing. If there are days, I'm not too strict, but if there are days when I'm struggling, there's a direct correlation with how much I'm struggling and how much they watch TV or play on their Nintendo Switches. I think we had one day when it was like they were going for a marathon. It was like the whole day, their behaviour isn't great for that. Afterwards they're quite ratty and.
I'm glad you say that. It's not just mine.
No, it's not. It does have an impact on their behaviour. But I think for whatever reason that day there was stuff that I needed to do, and it was just the only way I could get it done. So it's just trying to cut yourself a bit of slack at the end of the day and thinking, well, the fresh air will still be there tomorrow. But
we've been lucky with the weather as well. That's been pretty good recently, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Nice one. Look, I'm going to let you back to it. Thank you so much for giving me some of your time. Henry, it's been a pleasure having you on the call.
Bye.
You look after yourself. Look after your mum and dad.
Cool, weren't you, Henry?
Yep.
What games do you play on your console?
We play Mario. We play Fortnite. Minecraft.
Okay. I think I might have to get a console if this carries on much longer. Go back to my gaming days. Sarah, thank you. Maybe see you in person once this is all over.
Yeah, I hope so.
Look after yourself. Take care. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.